Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is yet another what to buy on eBay video. This will be the last one for a little bit of a break. I've got to attend to some family matters, so I'm not going to have, as I mentioned yesterday in yesterday's vintage collection market update, I'm not going to have a what to buy video next week. So that's probably good for everyone's wallets. I know it's good for my wallet. Every time I put one of these together, it makes me want to buy something. So let's take a closer look, and as always, you guys know the drill. In the video description, there will be eBay affiliate links in case you want to make an offer on anything that's in a buy it now situation, or if you want to bid on any of these auctions. Most of these are auctions, and you want to place a low bid using those affiliate links and then come back to try and win it later. It does help out the channel, and I appreciate those of you that do that. Okay, all right, we got a really nice list here, I think. It's nothing too crazy, but I found a couple of them that I thought were worth keeping an eye on. And this seller, I didn't include all of his items, but this seller has a number of vintage collection that are AFA graded that are all at auction, and the prices are very low starting bids. Some of them don't have any bids yet, so make sure to go check out the seller's other items. This is a seller in Canada that I have bought from in the past, and I just pulled up a few of the examples, but there's like 10 or 15 different really nice AFA graded vintage collection. The first one is obviously the Imperial Assault Tank Commander. That's always a desirable one. This is an uncirculated 8.5. All of these end, I believe, on Saturday. He's got the reissue Republic Trooper from the Old Republic on the Expanded Universe card. That's in an AFA 9.0. And this one also does include the larger, wider Hong Kong distribution sticker on the back. There's a couple of different HK distribution stickers. One of them's kind of smaller, a smaller kind of square. This is the larger one that is the rectangular shape. So you can see that there. So if you're into those kind of weird variations, AFA does label that on the AFA label, Hong Kong distribution sticker, Republic Trooper. And then here is the Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot. This is an uncirculated 9.0. But again, all of them in Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening, and you can go check out the seller's other items. For loose graded, I did find a few really nice die-cast vehicles, and I sent these to my Patreon supporters in a Buy It Now alert, and it looks like they did buy two of them. The Land Speeder and the Slave One have already sold, but at least as of the making of this video, there are a few more that are still left. This is the UKG 80% Cloud Car, and it's a really nice example. And all of these include a sliding acrylic case with the card back behind it. But it is loose graded, so it's not like part of that larger case. But if you wanted to get it and display it as the seller shows it here, it does make for a nice display, kind of a faux muck, so to speak. And but I really like the cases for UKG. They're a very nice clean look to how they display them. I still think CAS does it the best with the little ramp that you can kind of see behind me right there. And I think UKG does a really nice job though. So these are listed in make an offer situations, and they're over in the UK, obviously, since they're UKG graded. But this one's listed for £259, which is about $335. Make an offer. And I think those are actually pretty fair prices, just given how expensive it is usually to grade these. And the same seller also has a UKG 80% die-cast snow speeder. And again, it does include the card. This one doesn't have a sliding acrylic case, but it does have the original blister as well as the card back. So again, if you want to make offers on those, that's a seller that I have bought from in the past as well. This one's got 9 watchers and this one has 7 watchers, so I expect both of those to sell. But if they're still available as of the release date for this video, there you go. Next up, this seller has some beautiful UKG loose graded for sale in auctions. This is the harder to find Dimple Dome R2-D2, kind of a fairly well-known variant among variant collectors, but you can see it very clearly right there that this R2-D2 has a little dimple on the very top of his head. And it's always been kind of one that folks look out for. It's probably just a weird factory error, but that is a factory specific dimple that was produced on a number of different R2-D2s. This one's graded UKG 85%. It's a Hong Kong COO. That one's at 85 pounds. And these two items that I'm showing you from this seller end Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern time for the R2. And then again, he also has the Tri-Logo Boba Fett. This is the light blue Tri-Logo, fairly well-known variant. And this is the painted knee, unpainted wrist dart. Tri-Logo Boba Fett. It's every bit of a UKG 80%. You can see there it's in really good shape there. Just some very light scuffs here and there to it, but very beautiful figure there. That's a variant I would like to pick up one day, but it's not meant to be, Sherry. Not this time. No. This one's, again, is at 102 pounds and also ends Sunday afternoon. So those are a couple of nice ones. Gold Star Tech. This is a seller that I've been keeping an eye on. I actually just bought 2 graded baggies in an auction from this seller last night that have not arrived yet, but I have spoken with Star Wars Daddy, who is a fellow YouTuber and a Patreon supporter. He picked up a couple of items from this seller recently, and they arrived safe and sound. So I feel pretty good about showing a few of this seller's items. He's got a bunch of other ones for sale, and including a mock that I'm going to show you a little bit later on. But he's got a couple of Lettys that I wanted to point out. AFA 85 Dark Stripes Low Gray. That's a tougher to find variant. I do have that one in my collection, but you can see how dark those stripes are. There's 2 different Lily Letty variants, main variants for low grades, the dark stripes and light stripes. But the dark stripes, in my opinion, is the harder to find version. Look how dark those stripes are on this one. So dark. So dark. So if you're looking for that one's at 80 bucks. That one ends Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And then he also has a Lily Letty Gamorrean Guard. That one's an AFA 85 as well. That one also ends Saturday evening. Here is an Uncle Gundy from the Star Wars Droids line. And that one is an 85 plus, AFA 85 plus, brand new case style. And that one is already at 280 bucks. That one ends Saturday around 2 p.m. Eastern time. But that's not one you find very often in high grade, loose graded. It seems like Uncle Gundy, I know I've seen one recently that was loose graded that sold at auction, but these two are the last 2 I remember in a long time being for sale at auction for Uncle Gundy. And this one's a high grade AFA 85 plus. So there you go there. I've got 2 different vinyl cape Jawas, both of them UKG 85s, one of them in an auction. And then if you don't look out in this auction, there's one that's in a buy it now situation that's, I think, priced pretty fairly relative to recent sales. So the first one is the auction. This one is in Germany, admittedly. I've never bought from this seller, but he's got 1,561 transactions with 100% positive feedback. And this one, again, is a UKG 85%, brand new case style. Right now, the current bid is at 840 euros, which is 913 US dollars. It's free shipping from Germany as well. And this one's got 36 bids. It ends Sunday at 1:45 Eastern time. So that one is every bit of an 85. It's the only negative is right there on the top of the hood. I don't know if it shows really well, but you can see right there on the top of the hood, there's a little bit of paint overspray or a splatter. So just keep that in mind that this one's not perfect, all right? Right there. I hope that's coming through in the video there, but it's got a couple of little tiny spots on the hood of the Jawa. So keep that in mind as you're bidding. This one, I would argue, is in much better shape. And even though they both got 85s, this one doesn't have any splatters or anything weird on it. And this one, again, is also an 85%. Now, the seller wants 2,200 pounds for it, which is 28.48 US dollars. And I think, honestly, that price is really fair. We've seen some at auction that sold for exactly this amount, and if not higher. I mean, we've seen some that have gone above 3,000 US dollars. I sold my AFA 85 older case style example last fall for, I think it was 32.50. So it's within the range, I think, for what it is, right? People are going to pay more for an AFA 85 versus a UKG 85. but I would be perfectly happy having this in my collection, and I would feel very comfortable paying this price. And this seller has 487 transactions, 100% positive feedback. So there's 31 watchers on this one. The shipping from the UK is 180 US dollars. So, you know, that puts you right around $3,000. And maybe you watch it and he makes you an offer, but there's 31 watchers. I expect that one to sell. This one is better than this one. I personally, if you're bidding on this one first, I wouldn't bid this high. I wouldn't go this high on this one, because it does, you know, it's at the lower end of an 85 range, in my opinion. Some 3-packs, KB Toys 3-packs. If you are a Gamorrean Guard Focus collector, this is the auction for you. This seller has 3 different KB Toys Overstock 2-packs that are all have a Gamorrean Guard in it. So the first one's got the Biker Scout, which is really cool. It looks to be still factory sealed. He also has a Gamorrean Guard with the Han trench coat, and then he also has a Gamorrean Guard with Leia Bush. So if you're looking for any of those KB Toys Overstock, this one's, you know, they're all in really good shape for what they are. I mean, every KB Toys 2-pack, almost every one that I've ever seen, has some light issues to it with the blister, just because they were thrown in bins. But those are really awesome. And again, those all end Saturday, I believe. So that one ends Saturday, this one ends Monday. So they were not all ending at the same time. 2 of them end Saturday, 1 of them end Monday. So just keep all that in mind as you're looking at those. And again, in the video description, I've got the links for them. Here's some other mint on cards that I wanted to finish off this video with. We've got a 31 back Leia Bespin gown that is gorgeous. This one would grade very well, in my opinion. It's unpunched, and it does have a price sticker upper left, but it's clear blister, and the blister just looks immaculate. I mean, look how beautiful this one is. Very nice example. And I think that one would grade it an 80 plus to potentially an 85. It's hard. I didn't look too close at it. It looks like it's got some light scuffs on the back there where Leia Bespin is and Bosk. So probably more like an 80 plus, I think. I think it gets the 80 or 80 plus pretty easily. 125.50 is a current bid. This one ends, now keep in mind, this one ends very quickly after this video airs on Friday afternoon. This one ends Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So bid accordingly. If you watch this video after Friday evening, this one's already ended. And then he also has a Hoth Rebel Commander on the 41 back. Again, unpunched, no price sticker. It does have yellowing to the blister, so keep that in mind with your bid price. But it is slightly yellowed, but it's a beautiful example. And that one also ends Friday evening. Next up, we've got a buy it now situation for a 41 back C Snaggletooth, clear blister, unpunched, no price sticker, and he's asking $600 for it. This seller had a number of other examples that have already sold, but you can make an offer on this one. I know he'll take $550 on it because he's been consistently taking about $50 off on the price. You can try lower, but I think it's honestly worth about that price. $500 to $550 is probably the fair market value for it. And it's, again, clear blister, AFA 80, 80, 80, 85 are the subscores on that one, clear blister. Beautiful example for red snags, unpunched. Next up is thank you to Matthew C. on this one. He sent me this one, but this one was listed for $700, which I thought was too high, but I received an offer on this one for $550, and that's the Tri-Logo Bosk. I think it would grade pretty well. The card is obviously immaculate. It's in really, really good shape, and the blister's got some light dings to it at the bottom and the top. I think it's got an outside chance at an 80 grade. I think what's going to hold it back is the blister dings. But that's a pretty nice example, unpunched, for Bosk the Bounty Hunter. And again, I received an offer already for $550 on it. So if he doesn't have a make an offer option, you can maybe message him and say, hey, I saw your what to buy video. I saw AFG's what to buy video. If you'll take $550 for it, that's not a bad deal. I paid a lot more for mine, but admittedly mine is an AFA 85. So if you're looking for Bosk on a Tri-Logo card back, that's not a terrible deal at all. Another really expensive one usually is the transition card Darth Vader. on the Return of the Jedi free 9-num offer. It's already at $158.50. That one ends Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's clear blister. It does have a little card wave to it, which might come out if you stack some books on top of it carefully. But that's a very tough card back to find. Darth Vader on the transition Return of the Jedi 48 back. But that's at auction, and that one ends Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Same seller has this one ending Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's the 21 back A Death Star droid. It's a punched example with a price sticker, but it's graded AFA 80, and there are the subscores, 80, 85, 85. So very high grade Death Star droid, clear blister. That one again ends Saturday evening. And then finally, CIB/AFA has a very interesting example of the Lily Letty version of the Millennium Falcon. So you can see there it's got the Lily Letty logo on the back of the box, and it's graded CAS 50, qualified grade. So keep that in mind, that it's low grade and it's also qualified, but how often do you see the Lily Letty version of the Millennium Falcon graded? And right now, the current bid is at $830. That one ends Sunday at 9:03 Eastern Time. What an awesome example of a foreign vehicle there. Hopefully one of you are able to pick that up. I have no idea what it's worth, but I can tell you that that's going to go for a lot of money, just given what we've seen some of the other Lily Letty's mint on card that have sold here recently at auction. Anyway, I hope you find something that you like. All of the links for these items, affiliate links, are in the video description. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll be back soon.